What's up? Hello, fellow human beings of planet Earth. How are we all doing on this glorious, glorious video gaming day? What's up, Iterate? The first? How are you doing? That was a glorious, glorious Pathfinder Endaline Wrath of the Righteous Zone that I paid a whole orchestra and a professional band to make, so hope everyone enjoyed that. Very cool stuff. This is muted. For people that were not blessed enough to be here last time we participated in video game activities, we are on the last DLC, dipping into it. Currently, does it save? It was like DLC 1 underscore. Chaos. What? Chaos counter. What's the opposite of chaos again? Oh, who cares? Well, this is what I say, right? Order. Order is opposite of chaos. Order? That's what needed when you will get a relevant quest? Oh, okay. When I get relevant quests. Okay, is there... I think I'm just gonna Google if there's a puzzle with these portals, because these portals also have the symbols on them, but I don't know if that's relevant or not. What is this area called? This area is called... Other Side of Threshold. Wait, to see when we'll get 8 points. Okay. What else? I thought you were done with this game. Why would you think I was done with this game? Why in the world? Why in the freaking universe? We're nearly there. Hey, like 2 streams, right?
Ranks.
I know Enda has money to hire entire orchestras. I've decided to downgrade my sub to a tier. No. I needed you guys' money for that. I used your guys' money for that. No, 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 no. I don't think I've ever been this down bad with spells on Ember, ever. It happened again. I tried to do my breath attack and just didn't do it. Awesome game. Check my water hours on Steam and you are nearly at my count, except I did 3 basic bats.
Mind over muscle.
No DLC. Yeah, I thought I was someone else. Oops, my bad. How are they doing multiple attacks with True Strike? I thought True Strike was like, do 1 attack.
Retreat is not an option.
I mean, I don't know what takes so much time, but I assume it's
Prepare yourself.
I don't know how thoroughly you explore every time you play. That probably takes a lot of time. But also, reading all the dialogue out loud, I think, takes a lot of time. This can't be. I was thinking it was like hexadecimal for a second.
Sodia's restless.
I'm prepared.
But it can't be because we have a 1, right? Is it just like 1, 2, like that? Oh. I'm not sure what that lever was supposed to do. Oh. Okay, that makes sense. The mechanism murdering of the worsen is remarkably detailed. This stirs the memory of your first encounter with your mythic powers. Okay. Did I get off? Whenever the owner of these members is a critical hit, they are getting muted for critical hits for the next 2 rounds. Nice. Very powerful. I think reading the dialogue takes a lot of time. Especially in a dialogue heavy game like this, like the difference between reading it in your head and reading it out loud is probably, let's say it's like 10 times slower, right? Especially when you're like you're trying to like narrate it rather than just like spam it, and even then, some of it I've definitely been a little bit spammy about. Did I don't remember if I. Oh yeah, that's where we're going back to. Wait, I should just continue. Let's just continue this way. But it does sort of feel like that's like one of the biggest contributors to how long the playthrough has been. Maybe the next time we play a game like this, I only narrate characters with portraits or something. So there's only been one of those rifts I could destroy, which is weird, right? I thought I would get like 4 of them. There's some important characters like Terendelev who didn't deserve a portrait for a reason. Well, no. I mean, I'll read it. I just want to read it out loud, right? And maybe if it looks like it's really useful, I'll like reread it out loud. Like, those council meetings, for example, those are for the most part just a giant waste of breath. That's probably like 10 hours of reading or something.
Excess detected. Verbal exchange has been initiated and will be recorded in my memory.
I'm waiting for an explanation.
I am a primordial inevitable. I am the guardian of magic. My task is to monitor instances of dangerous, experimental, unsanctioned magic, and to neutralize them if they pose a threat to the integrity of the world. The magical experiment of Arilu Vorlesh, which endowed the commander of the Fifth Crusade with mythic power, has exceeded the limits of safety. A battle between the experimenter and her subject threatened to create a cataclysm even greater than the World Wound. The problem required immediate resolution. The extermination of the commander was deemed impermissible. Axis approves of his struggle against the World Wound, regardless of his motivations. An alternative decision was made to weaken the commander to a safe level. The excess power was isolated and placed in a secure artifact repository. One factor was not accounted for, Someshnik. They managed to disrupt the stasis of the excess's world, fill it with anomalies, and warp the logic of its inhabitants. Warning, secure contents under threat. The repository is under attack from Someshnik's anomalies. Request, the excess should help protect the repository. Reinforcement of the minor keystones and eradication of anomalies from the artificial creatures inhabiting this world will contribute toward this goal.
Aren't you upset that I broke your inevitables and destroyed your keystone?
Their loss is not critical to the functioning of my repository.
You lied to me.
Your assertion is false. Inevitables are creatures of order and its guardians. Deception is not one of our functions. Listen to the record of our previous verbal exchange. This world is under threat. Anomalies are destroying its integrity. The danger is critical. Assistance is required. The term, this world, should be understood to mean my repository on Axis. Listen further. The confluence of mythic, semi-divine, and divine powers in one place on Golarion risks destabilizing the very fabric of the material plane. The power of the Knight Commander of the Fifth Crusade must be contained to prevent catastrophic consequences. As you see, I spoke only the truth to you. I bear no responsibility for your erroneous conclusions.
Why should I help you?
I see that restoring order to the world is insufficient motivation for you. I propose we agree to the following terms. You help me to keep my repository intact, and I will return the excised part of the commander's power to him.
Technically not a lie.
You, Excess, will continue to exist in my repository until the end of time. You will be permitted access to the other side of the repository, and will be able to create your own world as you desire.
But didn't you say that restoring the commander's power would be dangerous for the world?
For reasons of precaution and risk mitigation, when I extracted the mythic power, I isolated more than the minimum amount required, in line with standard inevitable safety protocols.
I have a lot of questions for you.
Ask your questions. My answers will always be truthful.
Why did you take the commander's power but not the Arilu Vorlesh's?
The commander's mythic power exceeded that of Arilu Vorlesh.
But no, Savalmos has not answered your question. Why do inevitables think they have the right to interfere in other people's lives?
That is my function. That is how the Axiomites made me. As a result of my actions, the universe is safe.
I understand this inevitable's motivations well. He is simply fulfilling his duties. It is unfortunate that in the course of fulfilling his duties, he is stopping me from fulfilling mine.
What is this world?
This world is a repository of dangerous magical objects created in the plane of Axis. It exists outside of time, and time does not exist within it. Each extracted object exists in the time in which it was extracted. I am the custodian of this repository. This section of the repository was created especially for you, XS. The surroundings and inhabitants of this world were drawn from the memory of the commander of the Fifth Crusade. This section would have remained in stasis without Someshnik's incursion. Their influence has disrupted the functioning of this world, introducing an undesirable dynamic. If not for Someshnik's interference, you would have remained forever in the version of Threshold created just for you, XS, fixed in place and free of any harmful desires, able to enjoy the eternal harmony of stasis.
What else do you keep here apart from me?
Artifacts capable of destroying the world. Chaotic creatures capable of destroying the world. Instances of excess mythic power capable of destroying the world.
Ask me directly, yes or no, is Arelu's mythic power also in your repository?
Yes. The exact location of Arilu Vorlesh's excess is classified.
Ah. Tell me about Silameshnik.
Enemy. Threat level critical. A primordial protean. They sow chaos wherever they appear. They destroy planes, expanding the borders of the Maelstrom at their expense. Someshnik was defeated and locked in the repository for all eternity.
So, technically we could find Arelu in here as well.
Confirmed.
I won't help you.
I will not accept your refusal immediately. I will give you time to reconsider. This verbal exchange will be terminated and recorded in my memory. New task. Defend the repository exit against Someshnik.
How come we don't want to help the cyborg dude? Well, we're not helping either of them. We're not helping Shemeskik or the cyborg dude. We're going middle of the road. We're mid-roading it.
Desna, guide my hand.
But also, he's a liar, that guy. That guy's a... What a fucking liar, dude. What a recent little liar, dude. Breath attack? Am I allowed to do breath attack now? Oh, nice. I love being able to do my breath attack. I don't see anyone still playing real time with pulse. So that probably helps.
Kneel before me.
Like twice as fast. Yeah, I can believe that. And I would have twice the less fun though, so.
Make your peace.
Papa. Really? Really, Bismuth? Really? Arelu?
Nice try. Didn't work though. I will resist.
Anomaly. Okay. So there are new enemies in this vicinity now. Even though we... and loot. Even though we started this earlier.
Prepare yourself.
Nice. For the inheritor! Of course they just wantonly murder Bismuth for no reason, and now I have to re-equip that asshole.
Trust in yourself.
Doesn't she have the ability to resurrect or something? To raise a dead person? Alright, she doesn't have a spell slot for it. Whoops. Whoopsie. This looks like something I should be worried about. Hold up a second.
The struggles never cease.
That looks like something I should be worried about. We have 3 Mephistopheles. Oh. This is so funny for no Aeon players. This is the friendliest guy in the game. Okay. I don't know. He doesn't look very friendly, but... Greetings, Commander. What does he look like, Asmodeus? The tall devil smiles archly at you. His 2 identical copies flanking him on either side, nod politely. I've arrived to assist you in your crusade just as before. Who are you? All 3 of the devil's copies look at you in astonishment. How easily the mortal creature has forgotten who it was that opened the gates of hell to him. I'm Mephistopheles, ruler of Cana, archdevil of hell, and I dare to hope your faithful ally. I will note that without my invaluable help, you never would have managed to secure such an advantageous contract with hell and sink so low. It is thanks to the harshness and ruthlessness I have instilled in you that your forces are now but a step away from victory. What do you remember about me? I remember you are a promising, merciless judge whose name struck fear and awe in the hearts of all. A fine start to a career, and one more befitting a devil than an Aeon at that. Nonsense, I remember it all quite differently. I remember that you surrounded yourself with useless buffoons who clamored for your attention and brought you to no benefit. But when circumstances required you to make a serious sacrifice and choose, you jettisoned the ballast. First, you were corrupted by Asata, and then you became an exceptional devil. Welcome to the Crusade camp, then. Thank you for your hospitality. I have no plans to abuse it, and I intend to leave the camp as soon as you render me a service and free me of this tedious tripartite existence. Why are the 3 of you? You see, Commander, of late I have sensed a strange wrongness within myself. I have felt a shift in my very nature. I have been invaded by a touch of the chaotic, whereas I, as a devil, ought to embody the principles of evil and lawfulness. My lawful side tells me to destroy myself, for I am a violation of nature. My evil side tells me selfishly to safeguard my own life and do myself no harm. Therefore, I intend to offer myself up for judgment. Except, who could pass judgment on me, an archdevil? Only Lord Asmodeus. Or myself. That is why I have split myself into 3 parts: judge, prosecution, and defense. But if I alone participate in this trial, then it would be no trial at all, but a farce, so I am asking you to join in as a lone juror. Where did this wrongness come from? Yeah, what's up, Serp? He chills in your throne room all the time and helps you with decisions. As I thought, he helps you, okay. I wish I knew. I simply felt it within myself, and I knew that I was not as I had been before. Now I am something different, something wrong and unnatural. Why should I be the one to pass judgment on you? Who else would I ask? I would not allow myself to be judged by someone, by just anyone. You know, you, Commander, are an exceptional being. and I trust your intellect, and I am loath to return to hell in my current state and submit myself to the judgment of the great Asmodeus. What will happen if you find yourself guilty? It all depends on the sentence, but I presume in that case the devil Mephistopheles will be unmade and wiped out of existence. There's something you should know. We are in the prison of the inevitable Valmalos, and you are an illusion corrupted by the influence of Islam Meshnik, a primordial protean. After a brief pause for silence, contemplation, the devil replies, "Your words ring hollow, Commander. I will never have written such a thing into any contract. I will participate in your trial." In that case, let us begin. The defendant, Devil Mephistopheles, stands accused of being a living violation of the cosmic order. His fundamental nature has been corrupted by the influence of chaos. The prosecution believes that the defendant's nature is lawful, first and foremost, and evil only to a lesser degree. Therefore, the prosecution demands that he be found guilty and sentenced to a complete and irreversible unmaking. In this hearing, the defense intends to show that it is the evil side of the defendant's nature which prevails over the lawful side. The defense hopes that the court will take into account the egotism of the defendant's soul and overlook any incriminating evidence and acquit. Regil Derenge, will you agree to participate in the trial as a court bailiff? I swore an oath to uphold the law. I can uphold it in a court as well as on a battlefield. The court will examine the defendant's past, present, and future. The commander, who has so generously agreed to take part in this trial, will play the role of the jury. His opinion and assessment will be taken into account by the court. However, the verdict will be mine to deliver. On that note, where shall we begin? Let's take a look at the defendant's past. The defense counsel unfurls a long scroll. In the past, the defendant has concluded many unequal and determinable contracts and deals with mortal beings, condemning their souls to eternal slavery in hell. To wit, the defendants acquired the souls of the farmer Latko, no last name, in exchange for providing 3 days of rain over his field in southern Eurasia. The defendant acquired the soul of King Lafer the Sixth in return for providing a trained army for a conflict with rebel barons. The defendant acquired the list of noble peasant knights, criminals, dark sorcerers, fishermen, and dignitaries blurs into an unending tale of avarice, desperation, and souls bought and sold, crimes committed, and eternal torment in hell. Listen in silence. Seemingly endless list of mortals deceived by the defendants ends with the triumphant words, and of course the defendant acquired the soul of naive 6-year-old Sally Hemps in exchange for resurrecting her pet hamster. A gullible girl trapped in eternal servitude for a hamster. As the court can see, the commission of such nefarious acts constitutes the defense's main occupation, from which we must conclude that his nature is first and foremost evil. Thus, taking into account his evil nature, we ask the court to allow the defendant to go free. However, Sally Hem's hamster was resurrected in accordance with the agreement. What is more, it was granted the maximum lifespan for a member of their species of a rodent. The prosecution sees the defendant's actions as evil, yes, but also displays an undeniable propensity for upholding not only the letter but also the spirit of a contract. This is evidence of the defendant's lawful nature. Thus, as lawful creature, the defendant must be found guilty. His existence, which contravenes the laws of nature, must be immediately terminated. So, I assume that terminating him is an order action, and I need to do order actions right now because I have more chaos actions. Has the accused ever broken the terms of a contract? Never. The defendant has an unholy reverence for the law and the inviolability of contracts, and he is very aware of the severe punishment that awaits those who commit such infractions. Has the accused ever helped anyone for no remuneration or on terms that were not advantageous for him? What's up, Phil's Bagman? With a soul, whether belonging to him or not, could accuse the defendant of such a thing. Such behavior would do considerable damage to his evil reputation. By upholding his contracts, the defendant was merely enforcing his own safety. I know why this one is easier too, but I guess I'm going for the order here, right? Entirely correct. We cannot conclude that an individual is sincerely lawful when there is an overseer with an axe breathing down their neck. It is highly likely that under less constrained circumstances, the defendant would have flouted the law and become a true swindler. The court has heard the juror's position and finds itself in general agreement. Discussion of the defendant's past deeds is hereby ended. Let's talk about recent events. What are you up to today, Mr. Baggy Pantsy? The accused recently took up a position of advisor to the commander of the crusade. The defendant then encouraged the commander to abdicate from his responsibilities and instead to accept the authority of hell. The defendant secured a contract to grant the commander the power of a devil, which he did in full and without deception. The prosecution asked the court to view this as evidence of the defendant's lawful nature and to sentence him to destruction as the law dictates. Securing this contract with the commander significantly raised the defendant's standing in the hierarchy of hell. Indeed, the fact that the defendant insinuated himself into the commander's trust under a false name and identity and opted for a strategy that has based on deceit marks the act out as evil rather than entirely lawful. As an evil creature, defendant must be acquitted and released. This juror is now called to give testimony. Do you swear to tell the truth and nothing but the truth? I swear. What do you have to say as regards the charge of? The judge checks the scroll. There is spiritual temptation and corruption by the defendant with the aim of leading you to the path of hell. I no doubt that the defendant's sole concern was ensuring his own benefit. Perfectly correct. The defendant's corruption of the commander was based on self-serving motives and nothing more. In the case you were wondering, he has no interest in whatsoever in the Crusade's cause. The court understands the witness's view. Wait, he would probably have an interest in it though, right? Because of the demons. Devils hate demons as much as like angels, I think, right? Let's look at the defendant's future. While the defendant's nature has been subject to a chaotic change, the defendant remains part of the devil hierarchy. Thus, the prosecution argues that he will continue to work lawfully towards its advancement, fearing brutal execution if he does not. This means that lawfulness prevails over evil within the defendant, and so he should cease his unnatural existence in accordance with the law. The defense vehemently rejects this argument. Every hierarchy has its renegades from time to time, and the defendant's self in nature will inevitably lead him to desert hell. Given this, the defense considers evil to be the dominant aspect of the defendant's nature and therefore insists on full acquittal. Even now, the defendant is looking for a way to escape punishment for his abnormality. Then in the future, he surely will not hesitate to break the law. Indeed, the defendant is seriously considering absconding from this trial. The court agrees with the juror. The defendant's prospective actions are as clear as day. Now the court has considered all the circumstances of the case and taken into account the questions and responses of the juror. It will issue its verdict. The defendant has been found not guilty on all counts. Well, I have exonerated myself in my own eyes, and now I must flee. My kind will not show me the same leniency. Farewell, Commander. If you have ever considered betraying hell or any other mighty power... Oh, wait, I went the opposite way. Whoops. Was that another chaos action? Oh. Whoops, my bad. Nice one. I forgot it was. I forgot it went like the opposite way. My bad. Gather round. Let me tell you a tale of a blinking mage whose courage did fail. Where did I write down? Was it my hair? Very supposed to for against the enemies of chaotic alignment. Awful. Awful garbage. Why did they have the enemies respawn here? Isn't that weird? Reinforce reality. That should give me a 2 in order, right?
No time for debates.
Oh, da! Dire Mole is the scene, guys. The pool went wrong. That makes sense.
Make your peace.
This one's mine!
Ow. Oh, luckily we have a Dragon Breath to clear that all up.
I will resist.
So now if I check order again, we should be at 2, right? Order? Yeah. Okay. Step back to camp, I guess. If we're missing 4 and what, 6 or 10? 10 events? Maybe that is doable in a day. Probably not though. I can't believe we played this game for like 5 months. It's actually crazy to me. Now drive me cries out, I just got blame.
Prepare yourself.
Oh, good job, Wrath of the Righteous. I guess I'm just perma-bugged now or something. Has it been 5 months? We started in August,
Let's prove their logic is
I
lacking.
think. Hello again? Halla? Hva var det? Var det chef? God morgen. Good morning, Logan. That's crazy. Yeah, you did this, by the way.
Desna,
Does that add up? Like, if we're playing 20-ish hours a week, 4 weeks is 80 hours. Yeah, it kind of adds up if you... If you consider we also played Crusader, not Crusader Kings, but Stronghold Crusader. We would have been done. I think we would have been done with this game in. We might have been done with this game in November actually, if not for Stronghold Crusader. You're saying it's Salembos. This is Salembos' fault. Yeah.
make your peace.
Press the attack!
That's another one of those rifts up here, I guess. Aranka? A dire mole is the scene, right? Oh, yes. And the pool went wrong.
I will resist.
Oh, that guy's safe? What the hell? It's been a good game though, I think. I think it's been worth it. Well, I don't think it's worth 300 hours, but I don't think it's been boring, so I don't think any game like this should be this long for one playthrough. This is like MMO levels of long, I think.
Prepare yourself.
I think we should be 4-4 now. I am Regil,
Retreat is not an
but I
option.
am not a child. Yes, quite. Stupid bitch. I'm monitoring on a game now and then, but it has to be next level exceptional. Yeah, I agree, and I don't think... I think this game is really good, but I don't think it's next level exceptional.
Desna, guide my hand.
I don't have as much I want to talk about with this game as I did with Baldur's Gate 3, but... I have some relatively similar complaints, I guess. Let me run back around the entire area. I'm just make sure I didn't miss any NPCs up here. I feel like I honestly don't know if I think this game might be worse from like a combat perspective than Baldur's Gate 3, despite Baldur's Gate 3 being 5th edition. But I think that's maybe because Larian actually made allowances and kind of altered the system in ways that made sense, which it feels like they didn't for Wrath of the Righteous. Okay, who the hell is this dude? Is this Arachel's boyfriend or something? Commander, your worthless slave prostrates himself before you. The demon gives you... Oh, this is the guy from the fighting... or from the Assassin's Guild, right? Remind me, who are you? I understand, your slaves are so great in number that the face of even the closest to you are not worthy remembering. I'm Yos, leader of the Alexandria Assassin's Guild, and your faithful servant. Glory to Kiryu. Is this like a demon thing, I guess? What are you doing here? I'm hunting down unworthy creatures, eradicating all kinds of aberrations that would attack your forces from behind. Have you noticed a startling increase in their number recently? They can look like demons or mortals, but there's something abnormal in all of them. I made a habit of tracking them down and killing them for the good of your mission, of course. So he's a demon, but he doesn't get a portrait? I remember killing you. Your words ring hollow, or was that a threat? Eos warily ducks his head and hunches his shoulders, but his wide grin tells you that he is not afraid of you. What do you remember about me? I remember that you came to Alexandria, nobody, and within days you had the city eating out of the palm of your hand. Chimera, the Art Dream, lost her throne, and demons began flocking to the Midnight Isles, eager to earn even the tiniest sliver of your favor. You led the howling horde of the abyssal spawn to Galarian, and all bowed down before your might and brutality. That is how I remember you, and that is how the Abyss remembers you. How can you be of use to me? I plan to kill someone for you, my lord. Someone dangerous, someone who wants you dead. Where are you hunting now? Chimera, the Ardent Dream, has abandoned Alexandria, and the Abyss. She has come to Galarian. Now that beast is roaming the mortal plane, killing all in her path, and she is coming for your head. I plan to help you get rid of her, but I need your advice about how best to deal with her. What compelled Chimera to leave her cozy nest in the Abyss and come to the material plane? He was sick of being Nocticula's right hand, since the Lady in Shadow isn't planning to invade Golarion. Shamira decided she would lead the incursion herself. What exactly is she doing here? Devouring the souls of anyone who strays across her path. Shamira always did have a taste for mortals, but right now she is on a binge of untold proportions. It appears she is becoming more powerful with each soul she consumes. Why do you need my advice? Yosh falters for a moment. Perhaps I'm slightly anxious about the confrontation ahead. Shamira was exceptionally powerful before, and now her might is even greater. I have some advice for you. I will humbly receive your wisdom. How should I prepare for this fight? Which plan should I choose? I have plenty of suggestions. Number 1, did you know that the practice of performing fearsome pre-battle dances is widespread in Garun? The dances are designed to raise the spirits of the most bloodthirsty warrior, to ensure good luck in battle, and, of course, to strike terror in the heart of the enemy. Number 2, I don't need to hear anymore. Dancing in front of Shamira is something I will not do. Look closer at Yus. You see right through the lying scum. He is planning to betray you and switch his allegiance to Shamira at the first opportunity. You don't betray me, but that is important. I forgive you and hope you change your mind. Your benevolence envelop Yosh, causing something to twitch in his black heart. Could it be his conscience, which has never seen the light of day? You forgive me, really. Lamashu's burp. Shamira would never do that. It looks like I'm in more danger with her than with you. What reason do I have to betray you, then? Yeah, Lamashu's burp is pervert. So what? Am I making the choice now? And how do I? What's the order option here? Lying is chaos, probably. Or is like playing along with this game chaos? Started with a dirty trick to weaken your enemy. You're quick, focus on delivering a series of deadly strikes. You're so wise, Commander. I will be sure to follow your advice. Now, if you allow your servant to take his leave, I must prepare for battle. Okay. I bet I missed some dude hiding up here. I would assume that picking things that are in line with their mythic path. The blue-eyed bard is engrossed in studying a stack of crumpled pages, which are bathed in an anomalous, shimmering haze. She feverishly whispers something under her breath, and from time to time she grabs a pencil and jots down some notes. She does not notice you right away, but once she does, she cries out, "Commander, I've been searching for you. I meant to go searching for you. Come and see what I got." Who are you? Is that a philosophical question? Let me think. If I say that I'm Aranka, a bard by vocation and a worshipper of Desna, it sounds trite. If I say that I am a free crusader who has followed the famed commander all the way from Canabris, it sounds pompous. Is this Asata, I assume? You're a follower of Desna from Canabris. It is wonderful to meet a fellow sister in faith. Our shell breaks off before adding in a whisper, albeit not a real one. Wow, a succubus who believes in Desna? I've never heard of such a thing. It is a pleasure to meet you. Wait, you didn't come from the portal of wishes, did you? I heard some folks in the camp talking about wishing for good demons. No, you think I came from a portal? What portal? I'll tell you about it later. I have an answer for your question, Commander. One that is both sufficiently succinct and poetic. I'm Aranka, a feather-light lyre whose strings are strummed by the free winds of Elysium, and the loyal companion of a wonderful Asata by the name of Kiryu. Yes, that sounds about right. Alright, then tell me, what do you remember about me? Aranka stares at you blankly at first, and then, eyes flashing, she reluctantly says, somebody's told you that I'm composing a ballad about your life's journey. No, I won't perform it for you now, but now it's not ready, but since you're so interested, I will say that I plan to cover all the key moments of your adventures in the Worldwound. I'll tell you how you took a ragtag band of volunteers under the wing and turned us into an army of free crusaders, of how you nurtured a spirit of freedom and friendship in us, and how you met your loyal companion, little dragon, Ivu. Speaking of Ivu, where is she? Is she off painting the mountains again while the soldiers are taking a break? And of course, I'll tell you of how you entered the abyss and returned at the head of the host of slaves whom you had freed. After a moment of thought, she adds, yes, it sounds rather dry, like a history book. I'll add some color by mentioning that you're a good friend, that you never put on airs and graces. That'll be even better. What are you holding? This is the last requiem of Maestro SL completed. Do you understand? He died before he could finish his work, but here it is. I have seen the Maestro's handwriting 1,000 times. This is a real thing. Aranka gazed at the sheet music like a precious relic. And I have many more treasures that are just as wondrous. Many, many more. Where did you get this sheet music from? It was a gift from the Portal of Wishes. That is why I came to your camp. To tell you about the portal. Oh, it's so marvelous. Portal of Wishes, what's that? It's called itself that because it's a portal and it grants wishes. It just appeared out of the blue one day in the middle of the Free Crusaders camp. On our flying island. It's such a sweetheart. It can give you whatever you want. Even things that don't exist. Now the whole camp is inaugurated with all kinds of things that we wish for. I thought it would be very mean not to tell you about it, this marvelous miracle. Everyone should hear about it. Who are the Free Crusaders and what is this island? The island is your island, the flying island that you lifted into the air with your Asata powers. As for the Free Crusaders, that's us, your fighting force. Treants, mimics, dissonants, halfling warriors, noble bandits, and anyone else who doesn't like the wound. But who doesn't, much like army rules and regulations either. It calls itself the Portal of Wishes, don't you mean you call it that? No, well, yes we do, but also so does it. It's an object, it's alive. It's not an object. And it's friendly and funny and such a dear. What do you pay in exchange for these wishes? Is this portal dangerous? It does it all for free. No contracts, no traded souls, deals, or debts. It's no lousy devil. The portal does everything above board, and no, it's completely harmless. One of the halfling warriors wished for a rather silly thing, a sword with 4 blades sticking out in every direction. Of course, it was only a matter of time before he tripped and impaled himself on his own weapon. But the portal enchanted the sword in advance so that its blade could not wound its owner, or his friends. Was that considerate? I'll go see this portal for myself. Excellent, now listen carefully. The portal is usually asleep. You have to wake it up if you want to make a wish. In front of the portal, there are 3 chests. You have to place the correct items in them. All these items must be found on the island. You cannot bring them with you. You need to find something shiny and deceptive, something sonorous and something bright and very beautiful. At first, I just put whatever I found into the chest until I managed to wake the portal up. But later I learned the required combination. Also, all 3 objects must be from our island. I don't know why, but the portal looks down upon our other trinkets. The Free Crusaders have got all kinds of loot there, so I'm sure you'll find what you need. Remind me, how do I wake the Portal of Wishes? Where I found in the chest, I managed to wake the portal up. I learned the combination. All 3 objects must island. Okay. Gather round. Let me tell you a tale of a Bligan mage. Stackarus. Student, you should have come to me the moment I arrived at your camp. It is unwise to test my patience. The dead man dressed in the tatters that were once visitor robes glares at you as his lich, I guess. Who are you? Who am I? I'm your mentor. The dead man looks at you with suspicion. Have you been taking any stupefying potions, student? Been subjugated to hostile mental magic, or has your vision been impaired due to the combat injury? Oh yeah, this is the guy you killed, right? Refresh my memory, who are you? I'm the Archmage Stackarus, former crusader and warden of the fortress, currently known as the Lost Chapel. My magic research led to an incredible discovery. I stumbled upon a means to transform myself into a lich, without the need for decades of preparation and spiritual practice. I spent decades awaiting the arrival of a worthy crusader to whom I could pass my secret, all because of foolhardy oath I made before my death. You turned out to be the long-awaited crusader, so reluctantly I took up the mantle of mentor. It was under my tutelage that you acquired a mastery over death. The biggest Knight Commander hater in the game, and Baphomet, is right here. Baphomet? I was thinking about it earlier. I can't remotely remember what my Baldur's Gate 3 MC looked like. What did your Baldur's Gate 3 MC look like? It was a elf with like a tattoo on the neck, I think, right? Like a elf or half elf. Yeah, a fuckboy. What do you remember about me? A strange question, but I will answer. I remember you as an insufficiently diligent student who asked too many questions, but one not lacking in the talent or courage required to study the mysteries of death. The willingness to go against Mendavian traditions to build an army of the dead, harshly punish dissenters, and walk the path of eternal undead impressed me. What are you doing in my camp? I'm saving you from betrayal. The dead face is expressionless, but you sense interlocutors' dour irritation. Your servants are conspiring to stab you in the back. Who is planning to betray me? Your minions, that raving witch Alenka Camillera, and that spineless bloodsucker Septimus. They have already seized control of all the undead in your cigarette and is. Why would they rebel? Because you cannot rely on servants who have free will. Only slaves you raise yourself will be utterly loyal. Everyone else will sooner or later plot against you. Our power and wealth out of envy to assuage a guilty conscience, or just because they can. Let them stay in the cigarette if they want. Who cares? Do you think they will remain there forever? They have already begun to amassing troops to flank your army to get to you. But by far the worst part is the dishonor they have brought upon you by capturing your cigarette. That places the nexus of your power and influence. You cannot leave it in the hands of your enemies. I will deal with this rebellious undead. Excellent. Deal with them and report back to me. I wish to hear how they died in great detail, student. L'Ariel. I may be of service. How are you feeling? The storyteller smiles vainly, and you notice the dried blood in his mouth. Phantoms of things that never happened never have broken upon my mind like a flood. I've become their doting guardian, and it's so wonderful. As so I have been wandering the desert and finally found a spring. I drink, and I cannot quench my thirst. There's no time for sleep or food. I absorb the stories of the past that never came to be. It's strange, but the way he looks and talks reminds me of addicts in Aleshinira. He consumes his fake memories just as hungrily as an addict bites down on their pipe. Tell me a new story. There's much I could tell you. The story of the commander Joran Wayne, who killed his traitorous brother and was granted by Queen Galfrey the right to lead the crusade on Dresden. The legend of the terrifying Minago, the conqueror who destroyed Calabres and Erosian and drowned all of Avestan in blood. Or the tale of King Darren, dubbed the Lord of Vice, who ascended the throne after Queen Galfrey's death and led the blood-soaked resistance in the demon-infested lands. I could speak of the past without a world wound, but one where heaven invaded the material plane. A past without you, but one where Warlish was known as the protector of humankind. A past where I never set foot in the lands of Mendev, and the wise mage Aravashnai Nal did not meet his death in the caves under Canabras. But I don't have time to tell you any of this. I must learn. I must listen to new stories until I've learned them all. I have to go. This the DLC is exposed for all the other mythic paths, yeah. That's his specialty. Gather round, let me tell you a tale of a blinking mage. The man who's looking a little worse for wear in his dirty clothes is mournful, gazing into the space, not paying you any mind. Oh, trickster. His head is sloppily adorned with a gold crown bearing an engraving that reads, I am king. Good morning to you, your majesty, if it's morning for you. The man's glazed eyes shift to you. He opens his mouth and you are instantly engulfed in a suffocating cloud of stale alcohol. It's quite mad to do sequel to all the paths. Your keen sense of smell discerns the heaviness of strong black beer, the sharp oaken hints of whiskey, and dry sourness of wine, and the heady sweetness of honey liquor. Today, however, you wish your senses smells were a little less keen. The man barks in a cracked voice. I know you. Who are you? There's not a single sign of recognition in his blurry eyes. I'm Kiri, the commander of the 5th Crusade. The 5th? That sounds a lot. Sounds rough. So then who am I? He gives you a puzzled look, stares at his boots, and then scratches his balding head with an expression of profound confusion. You're a king. He carefully removes the crown from his head, slowly reads the engraving, mouths every word, then says with emphasis, You're quite perceptive. After being put through a rigorous intellectual exercise, you inflicted, the man's mind begins to stir sluggishly. With a look of blissful epiphany, he pulls out a flask. It's empty, but he preserves and manages to take out a few remaining drops, and some semblance of consciousness appears in his eyes as he sighs, I'm all out. The man glances at you and smiles brightly. Oh, Commander, hey there, greetings to you, my brave general. Would you do your good king there have been a service? What service do you wish of me? Therberdine. Thaberdine? It's Mr. Silent. Catch got your tongue, I said what service? His majesty opens his mouth and expels the contents of his stomach right at his feet. The horrifying sound that he makes during the process has some primeval fierce might to them. Then again, they could just be considered absolutely disgusting. Thaberdine delicately dabs at his mouth with a filthy handkerchief. Where was I? Oh, right, the service. The last night, my majesty had one too many matters of state to handle. Very exhausting, and he couldn't really use a drink of some refreshing moonish elixir. Thaberdine's speech is slurred, but you understand what he's saying to a degree. If you bring me all the ingredients I need for it, I'll give you a knightly reward, because I am a king. What's the recipe for this magical elixir of yours? Thaberdine's mumblings is like a verbal slush, but you're able to pick up a few words. Donkey's moss into the pot, wretchweed the blackish short into the pot, gunk berries into the pot, a ripe mold bloom rot into the pot. No anomaly, don't put that in any pot. And make sure you remember what goes into the pot and what doesn't. I'll get you your moonshine ingredients. You mean elixir, anyway. Get to it, and hurry. My head's going to kill me before long. Rachel's voice is seething with the cold fury of a veteran who just witnessed someone defecating on his regimental banner. I can recommend you another wonderful remedy, several in fact. A barrel of cold water splashed on your head, a dozen lashes, 10 laps around the camp, a month of trench digging. I assure you, the effect is truly therapeutic. I have a few questions for you. My Majesty's generously grants an oddons. Just ask. Have you at least remembered who you are? You bet, I'm Therberdine Quentisimius Hyperthendol, heir to the dynasty of Sarkoris' kings who have returned from exile, and you, noble warrior, gave me my family's crown back, right? For all the bombast at the beginning of Therberdine's speech, by the end of it he seems to have stopped believing his own words, and it is looking at you apprehensively. In that case, long live the king. Phew. I mean, that's the spirit, my good subject. What are you even doing here in the first place? Do not speak to your king in such a dismissive tone. He has enough on his plate as it is. My poor lands are being trampled by unholy demon hooves. The people despair, they call out to me, hoping, sending their complaints. His Majesty set out on a journey across this realm, and with his friends and loyal comrades in tow. Come think of it, where are they? Oh well. Anyway, I had dubbed it the Worldwound Mile. We rode down the Grey Road, and at every spot where you defeated demon army, we celebrated your glorious victory. It was swimming all the way up to Iz, and after that, I can't remember. How you managed to avoid getting eaten by demons on the way here is beyond me. Haven't you heard the drunkards are lucky? Drunkards and also eat royalty. I remember us running into a couple of horrors, but I valiantly hopped on the back of my trusty mount, Marchioness von Handysnoutsoff. Hey, where is the Marchioness? Thaberdine looks around worriedly. What do you remember about me? I must admit, not much, but you are in general. I remember that you are, well, cheerful, and that your jokes are funny, and that your dressing is a lot more fun than anywhere else. You've got rivers of beer and fool's cartwheels down the streets, and if demons get close to the walls, you tell them a wisecrack that will make them split their sides, and they die. Jesus Christ. The majestic angel turns his noble face to you and offers a dignified salute. Well met, brother. The glorious hour is at hand, and my heart trembles. You know I have strayed from the path of heaven, don't you? What do you mean, you strayed from the path of heaven? Have you started doubting yourself? Larry's face is alight with concern, and doesn't Larry have a portrait? Do not give in to uncertainty, brother. I believe in you, and heaven sends you its light. Welcome to camp. I gladly accept your hospitality, but I'm afraid I must ask more of you. Targona, my courageous sister, is in peril, and I beg that you help me save her. What happened to Targona? She has been taken prisoner by nefarious forces. The angel's words are unusually vague. She is trapped in a cave beneath the city of Iz. and she's powerless to escape it. She's being held prisoner by nefarious forces. Sounds vague. Is there something you're not telling me? The angel frowns in frustration. It is clear that to him lying is an entirely foreign concept. I'm sorry, in truth I have not yet told you everything, but it is best that you see what's going on with your own eyes. I would rather not have my careless or hasty words sow distrust towards anyone. The initial words are evasive, but he seems sincere. What happened exactly? She was deceived. Monsters that reek of wrongness and confusion managed to take advantage of her confusion and lure her into a trap. They're killing her slowly, hour by hour. I do not know how long she has to endure. I will head to Is and help Targona. I thank you from the bottom of my heart, Commander. I will immediately go there as well and assist you in any way I can. Oh my goodness. Commander, when did you return? Arizona is looking at you with concern. Did something happen in the threshold? Were you forced to retreat? What are you doing here? What do you mean? I stayed outside threshold with the rest of your allies. We're supposed to hold the entrance while you fought Aurela Warlish. Sometime after you left, Aurela Warlish appeared and resurrected Karamastet, the Baelor, but we managed to defeat him. You do not look like an anomaly. An anomaly? What are you talking about? The furrows on Arizona's forehead deepen. Are you alright? Is there anything I can do? You have no idea what happened to the commander, to me inside threshold. Could you repeat that? I didn't quite hear you. Arizona's vicious ripples and begins to fade. Commander, you seem to be fading. What is that? The ruins of the prison's fortress of Threshold loom above you, just as they did a few days ago. If you borrowed memories can be believed, it may be a little more than a replica, but it still fills you with foreboding and makes you feel like you're facing the end. It truly will be the end of your path. You feel you know it. A sanctuary world cannot exist long without the keystone. It is crumbling on your feet. Walk away. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 5 quests, but we need 8. We gotta do 8 things. I don't know how that works. But I guess we just do this evenly. Are we gonna rest though? Is it healer that lets us rest? Is there a way to rest here? Or maybe it's Anivia?
I shall not
You're
be
a
swayed
good
from my path.
person. I like you.
They just put on a camp? Is that how we rest? This camp on? Yeah, I can. It's just like I thought there was like an official way to rest here. Oh, I don't have my overpowered foods. Or at least I'm missing some of them. I don't have the meme that lets us reroll all skill checks. I don't think. Maybe we do. We're just out of order. Oh, here. Yeah, let's do Lucky Hand Sandwich.
All of the experiments I have conducted on myself, namely pinching various body parts, have produced the same result. I exist. I am real. Then again, perhaps I'm still experiencing the denial stage, described in treatises about the mind's response to shock.
Gather round, let me tell you a tale about blinking mage whose courage had failed. The thing for me is that Dire Maul is the scene, right? And the pool went wrong. Empire's loyalty didn't last too long. Chat, am I real? No, absolutely not.
You require my unbiased opinion?
The only thing real here is me buffing for the next 16 hours.
Nice try. Didn't work though. Anything new?
Anything new, mate? Esmo Oxy. Farting bigger than before. Requires Lich Mythic Path. Wait, what? Try to find a Relus excess mythic power. The blazing wings of Shamira, the Mistress of Shinra, are well known to Excess. Is it a coincidence that the path crossed? Did the demons track the Excess down, or was the Excess down? Oh. You decided to appear before me yourself, Commander. Wonderful. You have something that should belong to me. Your power. Why have you come here? I was feeling hemmed in by the confines of the storyline I've been following all these centuries. The same demons, the same conquest, the unchanging abyss. I felt like a prisoner, so I decided to play by different rules. What do you mean by storyline? You don't understand. I feel like I suddenly saw my life from the outside and I realized that I was doomed to forever be a malevolent demon. A foil to people like you. As if someone had thought of a story for me where I would commit evil act after evil act and be content with the pitiful excuse for a life. There was no choice in my actions. Anyone would have behaved the same in my place, viciously, chaotically, and predictably. I am no stranger to those thoughts. The real Shamira would never have wanted this, but you are not like her. Do you also crave a different fate in the eternity in the guise of an abyssal spawn? Do not even think to compare us, maggot. I hunger for absolute freedom, not sniveling penitence before mortals. The truth is that you're an illusion inside a prison world created by Valmalos. and I am his prisoner. Chimera frowns, clearly struggling to comprehend your words. It seems that truth that is out of reach for the rest of Alma's creations is on the cusp of being revealed to Chimera's mind. But after a few moments, she says with disappointment, I've tried to understand you, but I can't. Your words ring hollow. What's your plan? I kill everyone who crosses my path, I take their power, I rise higher and move one step closer to becoming someone else. Soon I will acquire enough power to be whoever I want and do whatever I want. So all we can do is fight. Yes, let's fight. Dios slinks out of the shadows with murder in his eyes, which are trained on Chimera. Sorry, sweetheart, but I've decided to play the traitor again. Let's fight, I'll be on the side of the commander. A pathetic stunt. Your betrayal was as so predictable that I am not even surprised by it. You will be surprised now. The commander gave me a handy piece of advice.
Battle formation.
Okay.
Make your peace.
Oh, she's out of it. Damn. Breath open.
Please, help me!
Focus firing aura shell, what the hell? What is wrong with you, you sicko? I forgot to cast this. A little terrified boy and a little terrified boy. That makes sense. Okay. Clean these guys up.
I will resist! Disappear.
Thank you. Not a bad fight in the end. I'm glad I picked the right side. Okay, so if I attempt to go continue killing anomalies, that's probably the order, right? You did well. Now go and continue killing anomalies. As command, my lord. Since the ground beneath your feet is a little firmer than before, the call is more contrasting and the sound sharper. Your actions have brought a modicum of stability. Now we should be at 5 order. Order? Yeah. Gather round, let me tell you a tale of a blinking mage whose courage did fail. Mana untouched. Try to find out. Try to figure out how to find Aralu. This artificial world operates under specific rule sets by Valmalos. This Meshnik learned how to exploit these rules, and the Excess is full of determination to do the same. His memory helped point towards the moment on the other side of the world where Zemeshnik ordered the Excess to escape the trap by moving to the balcony using Will alone. Rather than spending however long trudging around to search for Erlu, what if the Excess tried to find her using only the power of his mind? The Excess only has to focus and picture Erlu, Warlish in his mind's eye, and a shift seems to happen in the world around him, like a ripple across the surface of a pond. A moment later, the world slides out of focus. Oda? Arelu. Arelu. Aww. Patterns are more cunning than the truth and more reliable than a lie. Okay, yeah, that makes sense when you think about it. So in the urn we put the flowers. In here we put the skillet. On here we put the note. And over here we put the doll. No?
You are my favorite aide. Huh? Oh, yes, what?
I figured that out all by myself, by the way. I'm just that smart. I wasn't just random luck. Arella Warless is leaning over a table littered with open books, pages covered in writing, and crumpled letters. She nods to you and greets you with a casual nod. Excess? I must admit I did not think you would find me. Lady Warlish, I'm so delighted to see you here. I'm confident that together we will find a way out of any situation, reach incomparable heights of knowledge, and make great discoveries in every scientific field, including ones that don't exist yet. I remember you. You're the one who conducts experiments purely for their own sake. Your experiments are without purpose, just like your very existence. But I also recall that you are capable of provoking the ire of even Demon Lord. Cyrilla smiled slightly. Your lack of instinct for self-preservation is impressive. You're the perfect sample of a willing test subject. I'll be your test subject, Lady War. Let's just name the place and time. Demon Lord, yeah. It's basically Diablo. Hello, Arelu. I'm not Arelu, and you know it. I'm her excess mythic power, a magical creature made by Valmalos out of the knowledge of the memories of that half-demon from Galarian. I am a prisoner in this repository, but this state of affairs will not last long. I will soon be leaving this place. She may be our true enemy, but she is still an embodiment of chaos which must be eliminated. I have the same shirt. This shirt? The pizza shirt? With the pizza pocket? Well, what can I say? Great minds wear the same things, obviously. Jay sent me this. This was a gift from Jace. You know, a way out of here. While you were wasting energy searching for me, I was researching, studying, looking for a way out, and I found it. She ponders for a moment, laying a hand on her chest. It is strange, my false memories, the alien emotions imposed upon me. They're demanding that I share this knowledge with you. Interesting. Very well, I will tell you what I've learned. The exit from this repository is located in the same place as the entrance. That is hardly surprising. However, if you or I manage to get out of here, we will no longer be magical entities and will return back into mythic power and merge with the power of the people we were taken from. We will cease to exist. Hello. I plan to escape and retain my consciousness. I will gain a complete freedom from Valmalos and from Earl Warlish. He falls silent, or perhaps she is simply waiting for your question. Jemestic told me that if I helped him, they will help me take the place of the real commander. Perhaps they will keep their word, but do you really want that? To live the life of another? To take another's place? To continue to face the farce Varmos concocted? I refuse. Varmos promised to let me live if I helped him. What, continue living in this cage? My answer is no. I understand that my hatred of prison cells stems from my false memories, but I do not disagree with it. I will not allow myself to be imprisoned by that jumped-up golem. How are you going to break out of the repository and gain complete freedom? The prison was created by inevitables on the plane of Axis, and logical paradoxes have always been the worst enemy of those dolts. You destroyed the keystone of this world and opened the way for chaos. Now the repository's world-building mechanisms are working frantically to eradicate the anomalies that have taken root. This world is poised in a delicate balance, and your interference can shift that balance in favor of one side or the other, order or chaos. Or it will happen if you confronted the world with a paradox. If you propagate order and chaos in equal measure, a person might assume that these contrary influences would cancel each other out, but my calculations reveal another possibility. This world is becoming overwhelmed, fatigued, for lack of a better word. Harry it with attacks from all sides, and it will break into a wholly unforeseen way. The paradox will give you a chance to escape this repository, not in the form of a mythic power, but as a living being as you are now. That's genius. You're always so impressive, Lady Warlish, even when you're not Lady Warlish. If I create a paradox and escape from the repository, how do you benefit? I will escape right after you. That's how I will benefit, and if you refuse to create a paradox, well, then I'll find another way out without your help. I'll think about it. You do that, she laughs. Thinking is always to be commended. I have a lot of questions for you about the real Arella Warlish. With an impetuous wave of her hand, Arella's excess brushes aside your questions. And perhaps I have answers to your questions. I'm her memory after all, but all the same, I'm not Arella Warlish. I have no desire to discuss her. Let's stop there, I'm leaving now. Not deigning to offer a reply, the excess mythic power of Arella Warlish vanished into thin air. Nice. Why was that the answer to the puzzle? Gather around, let me tell you a tale of a blinking mage whose courage did fail. Is there new stuff in this area too? This is new. Not on the map though, so I guess I have to run through the entire area again.
Kneel before me.
Knee heal!
Prepare yourself.
Oh wait, did all my buffs run out during that time? No, they're just some of them. Like, Outer Shell isn't legendary proportioned anymore, which it should have been. What were we at on the chaos? The order counter. 5? Is there something I can search for that will just show both? What for like counter blocker? Order? Maybe there's a search for counter? No, probably not, right? Yeah, just doing a little bit of hacking. That was just my cheat engine because I'm aimbotting in this multiplayer game. No big deal though.
On it, team.
Yeah, I'm just using cheats in this multiplayer game.
Desna, guide my hand.
The hell?
Surrender, or else!
Press the attack.
Why is this guy so hard to kill?
Make your peace.
Dude is just a completely regular ass enemy. Or else what? Wah 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 wah.
I will resist.
Jak smash. Terrality. That should put us at 5-5, I think. Now we should technically only have 6 things left to do. Tear reality apart. Let out a big
Prepare
stinking fart.
yourself. Killing is what I was made for.
Remind yourself that none of this is art. Art. Really?
This condition
Really?
is
Really?
irrational.
Retreat is not an option.
You should have listened to reason.
Really?
Desna, guide my hand.
Really? Gather around, let me tell you a tale of a blinking mage whose courage did fail. Down here. We can't actually see them on the map. There's 2 of them. But there should probably be one on the east side there too, right? What the hell is this thing? Oh, that's my cigarette, I guess. Another one of these assholes? Ugh.
Kneel before me.
Ugh. Lich thing.
Make your peace.
Is this guy immune to weird? God bless. God bless the United States of America, everyone. And I'm not
This
just saying
one's
that so
mine.
they will let me in with
You are
let me in when they
nothing
check
before
my social media history.
Careful now.
Okay. Wait, is that how I'll find some of these recipes? I gotta like run around. Entire world and carefully check every corner? Okay, cool. Cool story, bro. I guess we're reinforcing. It doesn't really matter. I guess we'll reinforce. Actually, oh no! Maybe I have to like even these out.
I am your judge, and soon your executioner.
That's okay though. Who's this guy? That guy's will die.
Press the attack!
Mana untouched. His team left to die. If I get order from Riz, to be honest, because chaos options are found near. Okay, makes sense.
I will resist.
Gather round, let me tell you a
Retreat
tale
is
of
not an option.
Prepare yourself.
Order. Oh yeah, well let me run along the entire map to look for little hidden places that have recipes in them, I guess. Donkey moss, wretchweed, gonkberries, mold blood rot, and an anomaly. Maybe I'll just come back here later if I absolutely have to. Maybe that's more reasonable.
Close ranks.
Desna, guide my hand.
Too late for apologies.
Kneel before me.
We'll make things
I'm always
right.
open to ideas.
I can't say I'm very impressed by like the the hell. I'm glad to see you, Commander. Targona greets you with a kind but tired smile. She moves to say something more but the anomalous elf at her feet amidst a barking cough that turns into a strange choking gurgle. Then she sends a modicum of her sense of power into the elf's body, soothing him. A gale of life. Standing off to one side, Lariel casts a resentful, grief-stricken look at her sister, but does not seem eager to interrupt their conversation. She goes look at the anomalies at Targona's feet. The unnaturalness of these anomalies has gone so far that they cannot even exist on their own. Targona's power is the only thing sustaining these defective copies. Poor things, they're in so much pain. Why did Valmalos not rid this world of pain when he created it? He could have, I'm sure of it. Look at Targona. Shimmering anomalous energies are slowly creeping from the creature at Targona's feet into her own aura. It seems the prolonged exposure to them is corrupting says the warrior, turning her into an anomaly. What are you doing here? I'm taking care of these orphans. They were dying when I found them, innocents who have done ill to no one. I wish to save them. They're abominations, unnatural wretches. Lariel's usually kind and compassionate voice is surprisingly harsh. His wrathful and accusatory tone stands out in stark relief against the angel's peaceful appearance. Whatever they may be, they are alive, and they are in pain. How can you be blind to their suffering, brother? How can you feel no compassion? How are you feeling? All is well, Commander. Lariel thinks you need my help. He is hoping that the two of you will convince me to abandon these poor souls. She gives you an understanding smile and turns to Lariel. Brother, I have told you I must do my duty, but you will not listen to me. Your duty is to be with us, to be with me, not to feed yourself to these leeches. They are the very embodiment of sin. Lariel's voice booms like thunder, and the light pouring from his eyes becomes unbearably bright. What has happened to you, brother? You're frightening me. Why are you so full of rage? You were not like this before. Dragona, what is happening to Lariel? I do not know. His words were never this harsh and graceless. She cast a concerned glance at him. You once came with me to the material plane to heal, not to punish. You have changed, brother, and it frightens me. I have changed? Lies. These foul creatures have poisoned your mind so that you no longer recognize me. Which? I don't know which one here is the anomaly. If I let them die, that's order probably, right? I assume both of these are probably order, would be my guess. You're right, protect and sustain them for as long as you can. This is chaos, I guess, right? How could you be right? There's no truth in your words. Crimson tongues of flame appear in the glow around Lariel. You wish to sacrifice yourself to turn back on your duty on me, for them? For these deceitful wretches that greedily drink your strength? They have bewitched you, but I will cleanse them with flame and save you. Phoenix gift. No, brother, I will not let you. Dragona gives you a pleading look. Make him see reason. Step back, Lariel. I won't let you harm them. You two have been claimed by this corruption, so be it. Let the battle commence. You sense that the ground beneath your feet is a little shakier before. I was chaos. Order. Thank you for help, Commander. My poor brother. He will not understand me. Please grant me leave so I can. Yeah, you left the dudes you were supposed to take care of, but sure.
Make your peace.
Just gonna run up here because we know there's an asshole, at least one asshole here, right? How can there be no assholes here? How's that even possible? Oh no.
This one's mine.
Oh, nice. Gather round, let me tell you a tale.
I will resist.
Can we kill this dude before the prize round is over? Oh, why did you move? There was no semblance of moving on the indicator there.
Prepare yourself.
Reinforce reality.
I will fight.
Oh, we have 3 quests left, so that's perfect. That means that if we do 2 chaos here, 1 order, then we should be good.
Desna, guide my hand.
A great video for you to react to today. Like, react to right now? Oh, you mean you posted it. 10 years of degeneracy, look for it in 6 months. Well, we have some 8-hour videos, so yeah, I mean, you're probably not wrong. The cash video is another 2 weeks. I mean, you're not wrong. I was slowly catching up though. Also, the cash video is gonna get me copyright strike too, so that's a GG.
Retreat is not an option.
Bye PewDiePie. Baglo is only 3 months behind. Let's like a 3-hour video on Ethan Klein, and there it has majorly dislikes. That's gonna be a blast. Oh my god, man.
Make your peace.
I mean, the scuff thing is ever like I'm like half a year late to all the drama in there.
I'll
It's like
hit you.
there's some drama video, and I'm so late to it. I'm like irrelevantly late to it. We can start some drama. Your goatee is fake. How did you know that? What's a Wolf Scout?
Battle formation.
I will resist.
I'll start some drama right now. I think women are icky. I said it. And I don't feel bad about that. I think women are icky.
Kneel before me.
They got cooties, yeah, they do. And I don't feel bad about saying that. That's just true. I'm sorry that triggers you lefties. Somehow we're still in initiative, despite the fact that everything is dead.
Prepare yourself.
That makes so much sense. Break. What do you think about it?
This one's mine. Ah! This.
Yeah, I wish I had some drama. I really do. I wish I could just start some drama, but it's like a lot of work too, you know. I'm a Twix left kind of guy, never much of a Twix right fan. What the hell is a Twix left and Twix
Desna,
right?
guide my hand.
Americans thing. America. America, fuck yeah. Coming today to save the motherfucking day, yeah. Freedom is the only way.
Press the attack!
I refuse to accept their statement.
A little tiny bit of damage.
Make your peace.
Retreat is not an option!
Weird? Are they immune?
Bags?
Oh, they are immune. No!
No.
Mr. Ender. It's been 2 years since this journey started.
Good.
I've crawled all the way to the top of Mount Dupe and I just remembered that I
Dupe?
accidentally left the envelope with the super secret last step instructions on the table at home. Oh well. I'm heading back now and might take the scenic route. Here's my earnings from my The One Wing to Rule Them All advent calendar. Big hit with the orcs, thank yous for 2 years of entertainment.
Thank you so much, Taylor, for your subscription for 25 Monterinos. Much appreciated, Mikado, Minot, and Potato. Welcome back to Bag. Enjoy all of incredible emoticonies. 2 years, kind of crazy. I've never met this lad. I like the idea of the Fellowship, Frodo getting to Mount Doom and being like, "Oh, Sam. Oh, Sam, I fucked up, Sam. Look." That would be so funny. Oh, I love that idea. Jesus Christ. And it just like the camera like there's like a fade that fades to bag end and just like a ring lying on the table. Bro's like, ooh, I made a mistake. I thought I forgot something. I hate to inform you that we gotta go back. They throw he throws the ring into Mount Doom and like nothing happens. Or like, and Sam's like, Fro, that was the right ring, right? And Fro's like, ooh, yeah. Thank you so much, Fro. Hope you're having a fantastic day. As I race towards the finish line of this game. It's getting kind of warm in here. Let me turn my heater off. Ooh. It's getting extra toasty. 5 years, 4 days, 21 hours. Jesus. Okay.
I will resist.
5 years is actually crazy. Yeah, back then I had hair. Do you guys remember? The Endaline hair arc?
Kneel before me.
Those are crazy times, huh? Wow, I literally flowed down to your knees. Oh yeah. You don't have hair? No, I'm complete.
Prepare
My entire
yourself.
body is completely hairless.
This one's mine.
Will you end up Hansel? My entire body completely hairless. There's not a single hair on my entire body. I'm like a baby seal. Weird item, okay. There's no shot this is it, right? Sphinx. Sphincter. I may be Regil, but I'm not a Regile. How the hell is that the reward?
Your orders, Commander. It seems I've made a mistake.
What? What mistake did you make, man? That's it? Really? What a monumental waste of my time. But you're really fast because you have no hair to drag? Hey, listen, I'm not gonna brag about anything, but let's just say that I may be one of the fastest people in the world. But I'm very humble about it though, so. But I have to run completely naked, so it's a little bit embarrassing. Wait, I missed like a platform right there, but that doesn't lead anywhere, right? What a waste of time that was. Yeah, completely naked. Try a different character, return to try again at a higher level. Oh, I just realized I can cheat to see if any of those ingredients I need are here. Might as well do that, right? Might as well cheat and just see if any of the ingredients we need are here. Doesn't look like it. Only a little embarrassing, it's made up by winning all the competitions. Yeah, but I keep getting banned too. They keep saying, you can't have that thing flopping around. There's children here. Sir, put your penis back in your pants right now. I'm like, I'm not a pervert, I'm not a pervert. I promise I'm not a pervert. I'm just hairless. You sick pervert. I'm gonna make breakfast here in a second. In about 14 minutes. Okay.
Desna, guide my hand!
Bloodthirsty zombie mage. Zombie, oh.
You won't stop us.